He's been welcomed into the homes of millions each Sunday morning for the past 22 years, and now Charles Osgood has stepped down from his post as host on CBS Sunday Morning.
People say, well, it's about time. Why did you do this before? And the answer to that is, I was just having too much fun. I enjoyed it a lot.
An economics graduate from Fordham University, Osgood worked for the campus radio station and later joined a classical music station in Washington, D.C. But he says it wasn't until he was drafted for the Army in 1954 and ran into a uniformed member of the U.S. Army Band that he thought broadcasting could be his career.
And I said, what instrument do you play? And he said, unforgettable words. He said, I don't play an instrument. I'm the announcer for the Army Band. I go, whoa, there's a job like that in the Army?
Osgood will be missed by many who joined him each week for his television tales, wisdom, and charm, but he says he's happy to remain on radio.
I've never thought of myself as a television person who does a little radio. I'm a radio person that does a little television.
Yet the images of television allow viewers to put a face to the voice heard on CBS Radio long before he'd fill the shoes of Charles Kuralt on CBS Sunday Morning. It also created his signature bow tie, a personal trademark that Osgood says was a recommendation by an evening news producer. He says it was when a writer for the show told him to never buy them pre-tied that Osgood admitted he didn't know how to tie it himself.
Stood behind me, took off his own tie, and showed me, first of all, you do it like this, and then you stick part of it back in, and you draw it out. So that night on the CBS Evening News, I wore his tie.
With his bow ties now neatly in line, his time at CBS has allowed him to learn from the best.
Although I never took one course in journalism or in news writing, I think working at CBS News with the likes of Cartwright and Collingwood and Dan Rather, I learned 10 times as much as I could have learned. Not the Department of Journalism wasn't swell, but I think what I did was much better.
And recognized as a great himself for his writing of poems and whimsical words, Osgood says he enjoys radio because it's theater of the mind.
In radio, all you had to do is say, once there was a castle on a hill, and a million castles were immediately placed on hills because every person who heard it built his own castle. And it only took a second.
Osgood will continue his reports on CBS Radio, including the Osgood File, which airs on WKOK.
And I'm delighted that this is one of the places where people can listen to the Osgood File. And I really feel as if my relationship with the audience is that I'm not afraid of them, but I like them. And I really do.
We say goodbye to Charles Osgood as host of CBS Sunday Morning as he passes the torch to his successor and a previously popular substitute on the show, Jane Pauley. But don't call this his retirement.
I keep mentioning this everywhere I go. They say, oh, you're going to be retiring. Well, no. I don't consider being in radio as retiring.
And on that note, the words that still ring true, and all of us know,
I'll see you all on the radio.
I'm Sara Lauver, Newsradio 1070 WKOK.